Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know on the chat if you can see me and if you can hear me. Please let me know. Whew. There's a lot to discuss today, and we have quite a short time to make that happen. So, yeah, so if you know anybody that should be here that is yet to join us, please let them know that we are live. Let them know that we are live. Happy New Week to everyone. Happy New Week to everyone. I personally believe that this week is going to be amazing for every one of us. Okay. So please share the link with everyone you know that would love to join us this morning. Share the link with them. Let them know that we are live. Okay. Let's go. Let's discuss how to make 10 times your account size. I'll be sharing with you practical steps, like very, very practical steps that you need to pay attention to. Okay, so just a few minutes. Let me post this on my some of my community. Okay. Mm. Oh. Yeah, so please just share the link with everyone you know that should be here. Please share the link with them. Okay. Good, good. So if you're joining us, let's know where you're joining us from, your name and where you are joining us from. Let's know your name and where you are joining us from. Okay. Your name and where you are joining us from. So let's know your name and where. I can't see the chat. What's happening? You guys are not typing anything. What's happening? Please, you're joining us. Let's know your name and where you're joining us from. Your name and where you're joining us from. Your name and where you are joining us from. Okay. Okay, I can see. Okay, good. I can see some chat now. Okay, that's fine. Hereta from Lagos, good to see you. Chima from Abia State, good to see you. Amen from Makurdi, Benue State, good to see you. Godwin from Lube, Abuja, good to see you. Was the Peters from Abuja, good to see you. Amazing, 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 amazing stuff. Digital and tech skills from Anambra State, good to see you. All right, fantastic. Good to see everyone. Last week, how many of you were here last week? If you were here last week, kindly remind me of what we discussed last week. Let me be sure you guys have been following. If you were here last week, let me know what we discussed last week. Let me know what we discussed last week before we jump into what we have today. I have some few steps right here that can help you out. Trust me, that can help you. Whatever it is you're making right now, whatever it is your current capital, I have practical steps here that can guide you on how to make times 10 of that in 90 days. And these are practical steps, um, not gambling, not anything like that. Practical steps that, if you actually follow through, can actually help you to make that much in 90 days. Okay, practically times 10 of what you are currently making. Okay, and we'll do some form of mathematics so you can practice, you can actually prove it for yourself. Okay, so Basia, you go to see it from Makodi, Evans from Poland, Wilson from Enugu, Samuel from Port Harcourt. Okay, amazing, good to see everyone. So who can remind me last week's topic? If you were here last week, remind me of last week's topic. Okay, so none of you were here last week. None of you were here last week. Is that the case? Okay. All right. I think somebody just redeemed you guys. How to recover from losses. Okay, good. So if you missed last week training, I taught on how to recover losses, how to go back to the market, get your money back. If you encounter maybe you blew an account or something like that, it's a very, very detailed video, very detailed. For those of you that were here last week, can testify that it was quite detailed. So this week, I will teaching you how to make 10 times of your account capital, your current capital in a space of 90 days. 90 days trading, that's approximately 3 months and maybe a few weeks. Okay, that's 90 days of trading, not 90 days, not 90 calendar days, 90 days of trading, active trading. Okay, so and by the time I go into the teaching, it will all make sense to you, because I know some people are asking, how is that possible? How is that possible? But by the time I jump into the video, by the time I start talking and giving you practical steps on how to make that happen, it will all make sense. Okay, now if this is your first time, we do this every Monday morning. For now, we do this every Monday morning. I come on here live to teach you guys how to how to make money from the forex market. Okay, sorry, my voice is a bit low. I shouted a lot, in church yesterday, so I lost my voice. So I'm just trying my best to talk. Okay, I'm trying my best to talk, and I'm quite cold. Okay, so but let's go. First of all, making money in the forex market, as you should already know by now, is a product of is a product of probabilities. What that simply means is when you're trading the forex market, when you enter a trade in the forex market, there is no surety that a particular trade is the one that will make you the money. Okay, but you know that, for instance, if you take 10 trades, out of the 10 trade, let's say five of the trades will be profitable, or let's say four of the trades will be profitable, or let's say seven out of the 10 trades will be profitable. So it's a product of probabilities. You are not sure which of them would actually make money. Anybody that tells you to put all your money in a particular trade because that particular trade is a once in a lifetime trade is really not telling you the truth. I've seen something that looks like a once in a lifetime setup. Okay, it's a setup that looks like nothing can go wrong. Maybe you've seen it, you've seen a possible buy situation, and you're like, nothing can possibly go wrong, and all of a sudden, right before your very eyes, it goes on a loss. Okay, so yeah, I've seen that happen many, 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 many times in the market. Those kind of situations happen. So there is nothing like one in a lifetime opportunity in the market. Opportunities come and go, so it's left for you to actually find an opportunity in the market, find an edge in the market, sorry, and find a way to trade that same edge in the market multiple times for you to be able to allow your probabilities play out. It's a numbers game. Okay, and one time on this channel, one time on our Monday mentorship session, I was able to do the calculation for you. I showed you guys how it actually works. Okay, and if you didn't watch, if you missed out that Monday session, I think I did it sometime around maybe March, April. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know I did a detailed teaching on how making money in the forex market actually was, how probabilities actually play out in the forex market. It's not gimmicks, it's not magic. Okay, it's a probabilities game. Okay, so you need to take a certain number of trades before you determine whether you're actually making money or not. I usually teach my students, and I think I've said it one or two times here, the outcome of one single trade does not determine a good trader. Okay, I see traders make the mistake of they take a trade, and if it doesn't go out well, they just totally assume that they are not good traders. You understand? Or maybe you see maybe somebody trying to, maybe place is, call a signal out or something like that, and it doesn't work out, and you're like, the guy is a bad trader. And unfortunately, newbies in the market see those kind of things. You just see somebody make one simple win, they assume that this guy is good. They begin to call him a guru in the forex market, but that's not actually the case. Okay, somebody posted something. I read a particular thread sometime 2 days ago or so. It was supposed to be funny, but then it was I didn't know how to interpret it. So the guy said that a forex mentor on their forex group, before that's the person that was teaching them how to trade forex, called a buy on a particular trade, and one of his students called a sell, and the market went on a sell. Went on a sell. The student went on his status to announce that he now knows how to trade more than the mentor, because the mentor called a buy and he called a sell. Okay. And the mentor dragged him. They were, at the end of the day, they just ended up dragging themselves. Who is trade, who is better trade, who is all of that. But it was quite childish to even read that kind of story, because the outcome of one single trade doesn't mean anything. It doesn't, it's a cumulative, at the end of the day, is who is making money. You understand? I for one have made predictions on, even on our students group, that didn't work out. And I saw some other people that are trading the opposite position and they made money. It didn't mean that they had suddenly become better traders than I am. You understand? It doesn't mean that they automatically have the kind of experience I have in trading the forex market, or even possibly be making the kind of money I make from the forex market. It simply means that that particular trade, they were correct, I was wrong. That's it. It's as simple as that. Okay, so the outcome of one single trade does not mean that you have suddenly become, god of the forex market. Okay, so I see these things happen every now and then. So the forex market is a probabilities game. I can call a buy on, maybe let's say euro USD, and you call a sell, and this is your first time trading, and you call a sell, and luckily for that day the sell actually worked out in your favor and the market did not buy. It doesn't mean that you're suddenly better than me in trading. You understand? So the outcome of one single trade doesn't determine anything at all. Okay. It's when we look at, let's say you've taken 100 trades, we now look at 100 trades and look at my own 100 trades, then we can know the difference, who is better, who is making money. Because at the end of the day, it's not even who is taking the better trades, because your win rate can be 60% and my win rate is 30%. But at the end of the day, you see them making more money with 30% win rate than you that has 60% win rate, because your win rate has a risk to reward of 1:1. Mine has to 1:3. So each time, let's say we are all risking $100 to get, you have a win rate of 60%, and you're risking $100 per trade. I have a win rate of I have a win rate of 30%, but I'm also risking $100. But each time my 30%, each time one single trade hits take profit, I make $300. But each time your own, 60%, each time you hit take profit, you're making $100. That's it, risking 1:1. At the end of the month, I will actually make more money than you. You understand? So at the end of the day, forex boys down to who is making money. Sometimes when I interview maybe people, there are a lot of one thing that characterizes forex traders is that they are liars. Forex traders are liars. Nobody will tell you that they are not making money. They like claiming they know what they are doing, but by the time you look at results, find out that this guy doesn't know anything. So sometimes when maybe people come around, maybe try to pick my brain, try to get me to teach them, give them what you likely call PowerPoint about forex trading. By the time you start asking questions about it, they'll tell you, no, we know this thing, we know this, we know this. Okay, you are using moving average. Okay, yeah, I know it. Then I ask them question is, how much have you made? By the time you ask question, how much have you really made, you find out that these people are not making anything. Somebody came to my office last week, and he was trying to see whether there was an opportunity, to come and work with us or something like that. So I was trying to advise him, trying to like give him a sincere advice, because from his discussion, it's not hard to know as an experienced trader. When I see a newbie trader or a trader that is not profitable, If I talk with you for like 10 minutes, I already know where you are. Like I can rate where you are in 10 minutes. You understand? I can already tell whether you're really making you really have results in 10 minutes. So I looked at the guy. I already knew that this guy was not making any bucks from this stuff. But he was talking as if he knew what he was doing. So anytime I tried to give him an advice, he would counter it. It was like, no, 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 that he knows it. At the end of the day, I now asked him, so with this thing you're doing now, what do you really want us to do for you? What do you, because I asked that question a lot of time. What do you want from me? So at the end of the day, he boiled out to the fact that he actually just wanted me to give him money. So if you were making money, why do you need money from me? You understand? If you are making money, why do you need my money? You get. So at the end of the day, forex traders are a lot of liars out there. Lie a lot. Liars, lie people. Okay, they don't agree that they don't know. Why not allow somebody to teach you? They assume they know everything. Okay, but sorry for that. But sorry for all those stories. I hope that was necessary for someone here. But are you guys getting value? And if you're getting value, let me know. Okay. So I just wanted to explain the fact that the market is a product of probabilities. Profitability is a matter of probabilities. How much do you have at the end of, let's say, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year? Okay, so it's a probabilities game. It's not a one-time win and all of a sudden you turn guru. Nobody will hear word for you on Instagram again. Okay, so starting up, I'll give you 5 steps. 5 steps. Let me share my screen as I always do. Let me share my screen. So I'll share with you 5 steps that would actually, I personally believe, would help you to you know begin be able to make 10 times your account capital in 90 days. Okay, we'll do some mathematics. So, but I'll try to rush this video call. We're a bit late and we have a staff meeting today, and I need to leave the office quite early today too. So I'll have to rush. Okay, so 5 steps to help 10x your account. 10x, for those that don't know what 10x means, times 10. Okay, so let's say you have $2,000 at the end of 90 trading days. You have 2 times 10, which is $10,000. Okay, so let's say you have $100 at the end of 90 days. You have $1,000. Okay, that's what I mean by how to 10x your account. To 3 steps to 10x your trading account in 90 days. Okay, very simple. Number one is in fact, this is number one anywhere. Even if you want to start making money, even if you want to be doing 10% in a whole year, this number one is universal. Wherever you are on the cadre of trading, you must start from this number one. Very simple. Master your trading strategy. That's the very first thing. Now, mastering your trading strategy has to do with 2 things in particular. Okay, know the probabilities and the risk to reward of your strategy. Now, like I've already mentioned, like I've already said, like I already explained, every strategy has different risk to reward. There's no strategy that doesn't have a specific risk to reward required for it to have an edge. What I mean by that is, for instance, because as you already know, there are a lot of strategies out there in the forex market. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, which I would advise you to be watching, you find out that every single professional trader you see out there have their own trading edge. I was listening to a hedge fund trader yesterday night and into this morning, even while driving to work. Anton Creel is a very, very advanced trader. Those are the kind of people I admire. I don't know which the kind of people you really admire, for traders though. But those are the kind of people I look, very amazing advanced trader. He was trading for what's the name of this guys? What's the name of this popular uh God, why can't I remember the name now? But he has traded for several, big, massive hedge funds. Okay, he's a white guy, popular guy, amazing. So I was listening to him talking, and as a retail trader, listening to what he was saying, you really feel discouraged. You feel like there's no hope for you as a retail trader, because hedge fund traders have most times a totally different approach to trading than retail traders. Okay, the way they think normally is not the way you think. Your whole decision is made by charts. You make decision based on chart, technical analysis, and stuff like that, and it works, totally works. Okay, but they use those analysis to find entries. They are not using it to make the decision. If they want to buy a particular currency asset, their decision is already made. When their approach to technical analysis is to use it to find an entry. They are not using it to determine, okay, head and shoulders pattern has happened, let me buy, or okay, engulfing pattern has happened, let me sell. They don't think like that. Their thinking is, this can help me find a better price for entry, but if I want to buy, the decision is already made. So they make decisions based on several other parameters that you as a retail trader sometimes do not have access to, based on data that you as a retail trader might not have access to. Okay, so what I'm trying to say in essence is that strategy differs from one person to the other trader. Okay, strategies differ from trader to trader. Different traders, different strategies, different approach. Okay, so you need to master your own personal strategy that gives you the edge in the market. If yours has to do with an indicator, master it. It has to be personal to you. One thing I teach my students is, until you have back tested the strategy, it's still not your strategy yet. It becomes your strategy the day you back test it and begin to have absolute emphasis on absolute confidence on that strategy, knowing fully well that this strategy, for instance, has 50% win rate. That means 50% of the time I do this in the market, it will work. You have that absolute confidence that this strategy, 50% of the time, it works. Okay. And now somebody is wondering, how do you mean, why would 50% of a 50% strategy, 50% probability make me money? Okay, that's where risk to reward comes in. A strategy that gives you 50% win rate is a very good strategy. You don't know. 40% win rate is a good strategy if only you master how to set up your risk to reward. Okay, and I've taught that on this channel. I don't know how to I don't know how to go back to it. That would take us a lot of time, but I assume you guys already know it. My channel is, unfortunately, I don't know that it's fortunately, unfortunately, my channel is for mostly the content I put out here most time, even the teachings, everything. Most times it favors already trading traders. Okay, traders who have been trading the forex market. If you're watching my channel as a newbie, these things might be flying over your head. One of these days, sincerely speaking, one of these days, probably next month, we just do only basic. We just do mentorship for only just basics. Okay, but I know by experience, okay, I'm not here to train newbies. I'm a kingmaker in this market. I want to train kings in trading. Okay, so that's why people call me FXDaddy. You understand? Because the idea is to really train you to become a set up for yourself. The idea is not to trade people that are always depending on signal, looking up to me for signal. I'm not. It's childish for me. I want to train kings. You understand? So most times my content, my teachings favors people who are at least, most times, people that have traded long, lost money all the time, you know. But all the same, let's go ahead. So a strategy that has 40% win rate. If you're following, please let me know in the chat that you guys are. If you're following, please let me know you're following. Okay. So most times in the market, a strategy that has 40% win rate can actually make you a decent amount of money. Okay, it can make you a career. You can make a full-time career trading, making money every month in, month out with a 40% win rate if your risk to reward is excellent. If every time you take you risk, you're risking $100 and you're making $200 per every time you make profit, okay? With a 40% win rate, you can make decent money for yourself trading the forex market. So there's no stress on that, okay? So the good news is, by whenever at the time where you finally master your trading strategy, what it does for you is that it gives you confidence to repeat the strategy over and over and over again. You simply know that the only thing needed is to just repeat the strategy, because you know on the long run your probabilities will definitely play out. You know that if I do this, if I trade this 100 times or 10 times, I know that at the end of 10 trades I will make money. Okay, so the first step to making 10 times your account in 90 days is to master your strategy. You need to know the win rate, and you must know the risk to reward that will make that age play out. For instance, let me go let me be much more, let me get a bit more practical. Okay, let me get a bit more practical. Okay, good. So let me share my screen and show you stuff. So let's say, for instance, you have your strategy is a 50% win rate strategy. You know that 50% of, please pay attention to what I'm about to show you now, because this is very, very vital, very important. Okay, let's say your strategy has a 50% win rate. 50% of the time, a 50% win rate cannot be profitable with a risk reward of 1:1. That means 50% of the time, let's say in every trade you're risking $100 to make $100. If you're risking $100 to make $100, right? If your win rate is 50%, at the end of 100 trades, what will you have? How much will you have? At the end of 100 trades, someone should type on the chat. At the end of 100 trades, how much will you have on your account? If you're risking $100 to make $100 and your win rate is 50%, 50% of the time you make profit with this, with your strategy, how much will you have at the end of 100 trades? Someone should give me an answer. Someone should give me an answer on the chat. Somebody should give me an answer. Do the mathematics and give me an answer on the chat. How much will you have at the end of 100 trades? Anyone? Somebody said $1 million. Somebody should do the mathematics and give me the answer, okay? I'm still waiting for your answers, guys. Do the mathematics. Let me rephrase the question for some people that don't understand. Your win rate is 50%. That means 50% of the time you lose money. 50% of the time you make money. Okay, that means if you take 5 trades, you win 5, you lose 5. That's what I mean. And your risk to reward is 1:1. That simply means that if on every trade you're risking $100, if you lose the trade, you lose $100. But if you win the trade, you make $100. So the question is, after 100 trades, what would be your profit? That's the question. Okay, let me highlight your answers. I can see some answers coming in. So I can see somebody said $1 million. Somebody saying $100. Somebody saying $5,000. Another person is saying, M.A. Cado says $5,000. Divine Chapel says $50. Evan says $100. Dominic said $50. Kingdom Mystery says $0. Bright said $1,000. Digital Tech says $50,000. Make Money Online $5,000. Onyebuchi Henrietta 500. Kayo Day $0. Fantastic. Uzochukwu $500. Okay, now the truth is this: at the end of $100, in fact, as a matter of fact, you actually be making minus, let's say, $50. You'll be in a loss at the end of 100 trades. Very simple. Let me do the analogy again, because I feel like this is like the real problem. At the end of the day, you actually be losing $50 because you'll be paying money for commissions and you'll be paying money for swap. Okay, so at the end of the day, you probably be losing negative of 50 trades after 100 trades. This is simple mathematics. This should not be hard, right? 100 trades, okay, is equal to, with our 50% win rate, means 50 losses and 50 wins. Sorry, my writing is very bad and I'm writing with my hand, okay? 50 wins, 50 losses. So for our 50 wins, 50 times 100 is how much? 50 times 100 is how much? 50 times 100 is 5,000. Let's calculate our losses. We have 50 losses. 50 times 100 is how much? 5,000. How much do we have at the end of the day? 0. How much did your broker charge you for spread, for commissions, and for swap? By the time you compound all of them, because whether you make money or not, your broker has collected commissions, or maybe swap from you. So at the end of the day, you're probably making minus, let's say, $50. This should be simple mathematics. So that should tell you, sense now should tell you, your common sense should now tell you that, how do I wipe all of this? Okay, let me just copy this one. I can't copy. What do we do now? What do we do now? Because I need to save these things. Okay. So common sense should tell you that if you are having, let's say, a 50% win rate, you can have a risk reward of 1:1. That's just what I'm trying to explain here. Did you guys understand that? So this is some of the mathematics that you do that would help you to really, really know what you're doing. If you're looking at making 10x of your account, this is not gambling. I'm not a gambler and I don't approach trading with a gambling mindset. Okay, I'm a professional trader. I manage portfolios, large portfolios. So you can't, if you want to 10x an account, it's not gambling. You don't approach it with a mindset of gambling. Okay, so that's why I'm being this detailed. Okay, I want to raise professional traders. This is my vision. This is my goal in life. You get? So I'm not trying to teach you how to gamble and lose all your money and all of that. I'm here for the long run. Okay, so that's the first. You need to master your strategy. Now let's do this is the final mathematics that we'll do before we continue in mastering your strategy. So let's assume now you have a 40% win rate. Okay, 40% win rate. You know that if you place your strategy on the chart, 40% of the time it is profitable. Okay, now my question is, which kind of risk to reward do you need to make this strategy profitable? Which kind of risk to reward do you need to make this strategy profitable? Somebody should give me an answer. Give me the minimum risk to reward that you need to have for this strategy to actually be profitable. I need somebody to do that mathematics. Okay, if your strategy is 40%, that means 40% of the time you make money, 60% of the time you lose. So what risk to reward do you require, do you need for this strategy to actually be able to make you money? Good. Somebody saying 2 to 1, 1:2. I know you guys mean the same thing. Okay, if you're saying 1:2 or 2:1, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, but if you're saying 1:1.5, guess what? You are actually still very correct. Okay, let me do the mathematics and be sure before we go ahead, and I'll show you live how that works. Okay, so even if you're doing a 1:1.5, you would actually still be very, very correct. That means 40% of the time, let's say 100, 150 multiplied on 50. Sorry, guys, I'm just doing the mathematics just to be sure that my hypothesis is correct. 6, 100. Okay. I think 1.1 is 1.5 would not work, but probably 1 is 1.6, 1 is 1.7, 1 is 1.8, 1 is 1.9. Any of them would actually work. So if you're doing a 1:2, that is actually, let me, who is the first person to get? Okay, Kayode is the first person. Please, sound applause for Kayode. That's very smart move. So 2:1 will actually work. That is 1:2. So let's do the mathematics. So let's be sure what we're saying. That means 40% of the, can you see my, okay, you should be able to see my screen, right? So 40 times 40%, let's assume you're risking $100 per trade, and each time you win, you're making $200. Okay, so $200 time multiplied by 40 times, that's $8,000. Okay, $8,000. Now each time you lose, you're losing $100 because you're risking $100 per trade. So $100 multiplied by 60 trades, that will give you $6,000. Correct? So at the end of 100 trades, how much do you have in profit? You have $2,000 in profit. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Okay. If it makes sense, let me know it makes sense. If it makes sense, let me know that it makes a lot of sense. Okay. So we can move on to the next next item. Okay. Sorry, I know I take a lot of time in doing my explanations because I just feel like it's necessary to do it, because if not, I feel like maybe some people might be missing out and they might not really understand it. Please type on the chat if you're following. Let's know you are following. And I talked about program. Okay. All right. Good. I can see you guys typing. It makes sense. Okay, fantastic. That's good. Good to know. So let's move ahead. So that said, let's move on to the second step. You need to master your trading strategy. At least that will give you an edge to know how what your risk to reward will practically be. Now, second step is dedicate a specific account for this. Now, one of the mistakes that I personally made too, in my attempt to grow an account rapidly, is that I attempted using my own personal account. When I mean personal account, like my the bulk of my trading capital to try and do this, but that usually does not work. I would typically advise that you dedicate an account that you are not looking forward to make any form of withdrawal from for this whole 90 days. So you dedicate, let's say you want to move $500 to $5,000, which is 10 times, or you're looking forward to move $100 to $1,000, dedicate one single account for this. Don't try to do it to your main account. Let's say you have normally your trading capital is, let's say, okay, let's say $1,000. That's your normal trading capital. So you want to flip $100 to 1,000 in 90 days. Withdraw the $100 from that account, create a separate account, new fresh account, and put the $100. Okay, so that you will not be tempted to withdraw it. You have totally assumed the account as lost, because it's a risk. Okay, it's a risk. You actually want to trade on it. It's a risk, and you need to accept that this account, this money is as good as lost. Okay, because you will not be trading the account with a mindset of a professional trader. Okay, you have to apply some aggressiveness to your lot sizes and all. Okay, so you need to dedicate a particular account for this, that if the worst happens, which is blowing the account, you are totally fine. Okay, you are totally fine. Okay, and that's number two. Okay, is that good? Is that settled? Do you guys understand it? Let me move on. Okay, so you need to dedicate an account for this. Don't leave it to chance. Okay, and then number three is where it gets very, very interesting. Number three, you need to have at least minimum, let me put minimum, you need minimum a 60% win rate strategy. Okay, you need at least a minimum of 60% win rate strategy, and you actually find out why that is so. Because the risk that you'll be taking on this account is not the normal, risking 1%, 2%, which is what typically professional traders will teach you to do, which is actually the right thing to do. In this account, per trade, you'll be risking 5%. 5% per trade, that's 5%, and your risk to reward must be minimum 1:2. Okay, so let me mention that. Let me write that down too. Good. 60% and 1:2 risk to reward. Okay, this is the minimum you should have, because if your win rate is less than 60%, it by the time before you actually get to let's say you have a very, very terrible drawdown, because win rates also can be probabilities and win rate is also a matter of probabilities, you understand? So let's assume your win rate is 60%. It is possible that the first 4 trades will be losses and the last 6 trades will be all wins, you understand? Let's assume your win rate is 70%. That's 70% of the time you're profitable. Your first 3 trades can be losses and the last 7 can be wins. You don't know which one will actually be a win. Okay, so if you have a win rate less than 60%, let's assume you have 40%. Worst case scenario, 40% win rate, 6 of your trades can be straight losses. It is possible. It has happened. It has happened to me. It can happen to anybody, right? It is possible that even with a 40% win rate that should actually make you money, the first 4 trades, the first 6 trades are all losses, and only the last 4 becomes winning trades. Okay, for a sum of 10 trades. Okay, you don't want to put yourself in that kind of disadvantaged position where you're already down 60% of your account. That's bad on your trading psychology. That's an attack on your trading psychology. And I've taught that many times here. Trading is offensive and defensive. You need to protect your trading psychology even while trying to make profit. So you don't put your trading psychology in danger just because you want to double an account. Okay, very simple. So you really need to have a win rate that is at least 60%. Okay, so worst case scenario, the worst drawdown you can possibly have is 40% drawdown, which is easily you can accommodate that, right? Than when you have you're down 60% on worst case scenario, or 70% worst case scenario. Okay, so that said, I already mentioned risking 5% per trade. You can do I would have gone into doing the mathematics for you, but it might be quite complex, because of course you're not trading 5%. Let's say you're trying to do $100 of $1,000. 5% of $100 is like $5. Okay, you won't continue with that $5 forever. By the time the account is 200, you're probably risking $10 per trade. By the time the account is $300, you're risking like $30 per trade and all of that. So it's compounding effect. Okay, it is not, there is no particular fixed. It's 5% of the account size, but your win rate has to be that high, at least minimum 60%, and at least 1:2 risk to reward. Okay, now number four step is now where the risk comes in. There's more risk now, but please do the mathematics for yourself, because if you do the mathematics, what it will help you to do is to determine the number of total trades that you need to take for you to achieve that 10 times in 90 days. When you take out the number of trading days available in a particular, within those 90 days, let's say we have 90 days of trading, active trading days. When you do the mathematics, it will tell you the number of trades that can get you to that 10% if you maintain that same strategy, maintain the same risk to reward. Okay, you know that within this particular number of days, this is what my end result would definitely be. Okay, number 4 is apply. This is where risk comes in. Apply Martingale. Okay, now a lot of this, you see this word Martingale, it puts a lot of traders into high blood pressure. It gives a lot of traders high blood pressure. Okay, but let me explain very simple what Martingale simply means: doubling up your risk in order to regain your losses. Okay, or doubling up your risk in order to make more profits, either one. So let's assume this is your strategy and you have a bout of wins. Let's assume on a normal day, on $100 account, you were risking it. It's just Martingale is just a way of taking advantage of your luck, if I should put it that way, or taking calculated risk to take advantage of your luck. Okay, for instance, if your win rate is 60%, which is what we are using for this hypothesis, if your win rate is 60% and you do, let's say you do 3 straight wins, each of the wins you're risking $5 to make $10, and that means you now have $30. Your account has moved from $100 to $130. You now have $130 capital. The idea of Martingale is, instead of risking $5 again to make $10, you can decide to risk $15 out of the $30 you have made, in order to, because there are times in trading, this is from experience, there are times in trading where you just notice, it's as if that it's as if you are just extremely lucky. All your trades just keep playing out. It's as if you are unbeatable in the market. Those times happen. I don't know what to call it. I don't really have a name for it. Okay, some people call it trader's log, some people call it beginner's log, blah blah. I don't know, but I just noticed that there are some times in my trading where it just feels like you're on fire. You get everything you're doing is working. If you place a sell, the market sells. If you place buy, the market buys. Those kind of situations are times where, for me, I try to double down on my risk, because I want to maximize whatever it is that is making. Sometimes it's just simple explanation. The market is trending and you're working with the trend. That's simple. Okay, so those days where you notice that the market is trending, it's very easy to spot trends. You can't be risk averse during those kind of days. If the market is trending, man, you want to trend with it. So you can't be doing $5 to bet $10 again. Okay, sometimes when I'm doing this on my personal account, if I notice that, okay, the market is trending, there's a lot of opportunity to make money just simply following the trend, no-brainer kind of trades, I start doubling down on my risk. Okay, if I was risking $5, now this is time to start risking $15, because you want to maximize the best because you're looking forward to double. You're not trading like a normal trader now. If you was a professional trader, just normal, you're just looking to grow a portfolio. You have $1 million, $20 million, $50 million portfolio. Of course, you can't be using what I'm teaching now. Okay, this is for this is like you know is risk and you want to take the risk. Simple and short. Okay, so this is time to double now on the profit. Want to take advantage of the best what is happening, right? So that's why you need to apply this martingale as part of your trading strategy. You need to inculcate it as part of your attempt to actually 10x your account in 90 days. Okay, does that make sense? If it makes sense, let me know on the chat before I mention the very last point, so that we can call it a day. Are you guys learning amazing stuff already? If it's making sense to you, if you're learning something, let me know on the chat that you guys are learning something so I can mention the last one. And then we are good to go. Are you guys following? If it's making sense, let me know that it is making sense. Let me know on the chat. Let me know on the chat that it's making sense. So I can mention the last one and we can call it a day. Okay, yeah. I can see you guys typing following value. All right, good. Good to know you guys are following. I can see you guys typing value and all of that. Someone is asking, can someone use 1:1 risk to reward for high probability setup? It will take you from my calculations. It will actually take you a longer time, more than 90 days, to do 10 times your account if you're doing 1:1, trying to apply what I'm teaching. This is from experience. It will take you longer than 90 days to do 10 times your account doing 1:1. It will really take you a long time, man. It will take you a long time. I'm just being sincere with you. Take you very long. Okay. It needs to be at least, your strategy needs to be at least 60% and at least 1:2 risk to reward. Okay, at least minimum, at least it should be that. Okay, the strategies that we teach 3 strategies in our mentorship program. We teach we have what we call a jackpot strategy, which is our best strategy, best performance strategy. It has like 70% win rate. The second strategy we teach is the maximum strategy. It has like 65% win rate. And we have Martingale strategy, which has even a much higher win rate. But just that the one time that you lose money, you might lose a lot of money. Okay. So those are 3 strategies we teach our students at the academy. So in case you're very, very interested in following this plan, as I've mentioned, you might consider joining our mentorship program to learn our strategies. Okay. It will be I know a few of my students might be here. I think they might be able to testify to what the things I'm actually saying. Okay. I think they might be able to testify to the things I'm actually saying. So if you actually want to learn the strategies that we teach that has this kind of high win rate, consider joining. Okay. I can see one of my students here. Please, if you're a student here, please let me know. You can tell them what's happening inside the academy. If you're a trading mentorship, you're a registered student on this call, on this live, please just drop testimonies, drop some things on the chat, so people joining can also know that we know what we're doing, right? So that's it. So finally, final step that would actually help you a lot when you want to double your account is my screen clear? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, I've never shared the screen. Okay, good. So use fundamentals. This is very, very, very important. If you're looking forward to 10x your account, you can't be ignorant of fundamentals. News events, NFP, those NFP, what's it called? Core CPI news, major news events. You should not ignore them because that's when volatility is at its peak. You would need to maximize whatever the trend is actually happening in the market at that time. You need to jump in to get the most number of pips that you can ever get and make the most amount of money you can ever make. Okay, so you need fundamentals to play out to your advantage. Somebody asking how much your mentorship. It's currently, registration is currently is at $175. Okay, it's on discount. It's actually $250, but it's on discount now for $175. um okay, yeah, I think this is my student Dan Foster said very true with Maxman. Yeah, Maxman strategy, like I said, 65% win rate, amazing strategy. Okay, so so you need to maximize fundamentals. Fundamental trading, very, very, very important. Excellent. Okay, because that's the best time to max a lot of volatility in the market, make a lot of pips in a very short time. Because you're looking to you're trading now with a target. Okay, there's a target on your mind, so you want to maximize the best opportunities in the market, and fundamentals can help you to do that. So you can be attempting to do 10x your account without paying attention on fundamentals. I see traders every now and then say things like, I'm a technical trader, I don't care about fundamentals. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, if you it doesn't make any sense. If you are looking for 10x account, you should of necessity pay attention to fundamentals. Okay, are you guys does that make sense? Does that make sense? If you guys have learned amazing stuff, let me know. Let me know. So for those of you, if this is your first time, first of all, I love it. Everyone here to do me a favor, just give this video a thumbs up. That's all. Just give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching this video right now, just give this video a thumbs up. Secondly, we do this every Monday morning. For now, of course, we can't do this every Monday forever. Okay, but for now, we're doing this mentorship session every morning in order to bridge the gap between losing traders and profitable traders. Okay, the idea is to teach you everything I personally know that has made me profitable in the Forex market, and to actually help you to see the possibilities available for you trading the Forex market. So I do this every Monday, and every Thursday I come on here with my team to make money, to show you how the money is made. We do live trading with you. Okay, trade with you guys live every Thursday, and every weekend, every Sunday afternoon, I share my weekly, Forex forecast, my outlook of the market for the week every Sunday. So you should not, for any reason, be missing in action. Okay, every Sunday. So, have you guys got value? Have you guys got value? Let me know if you cut some value. Let me know on the chat, and please subscribe to this channel. Like right now, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel right now. Sub to the channel right now. So I think that's all I have for you guys up until Thursday. Thursday again, we are coming to trade live. Let's make money together. Tuesday, we are trading with our students. We trade with our students every Tuesday together. Inner circle trading. It's not live on YouTube. It's just on. It's on a private group with our students on via Google Meet. We trade with students live, and we make money together as a community. Okay, so hope we are good to go. Hope we're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. Any questions? Any question? I'll just take one question. If there's any question, please I'll just take one question, and that will be all. Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any questions so far? So good. All right. Okay, so I don't think there's any question. I can't see any question here so far. So that said, Catch you guys. Please, this is our website. For those of you that would love to go check out what we have, this is a website, so you can go check it out, and that should. Do you students overseas? Yeah, sure we do. It's you can join from anywhere in the world. We have currently, the last time I checked, over 11 countries, people from like 11 different countries currently joining from everywhere. 95% of our students are online, so you can join us from everywhere. Justin Baker, you can join us from everywhere, anywhere in the world. You can join us. Okay, we have students from India, we have students from USA, we have, I think, one from China, we have South Africa, Cameroon, Ghana. Currently, the last time I checked, over 11 countries. So I mean, so that's all I have for you guys today. So till I come your way again, I love you guys. Keep trading. I wish you all the very best. Goodbye. Okay, I'm just saying this amazing. You said I haven't seen the jackpot strategy anywhere else in like joining membership class. The membership class has moved me from waiting for signals from groups to someone that can spot a good entry. Okay, yeah. So that's one of our students. Amazing. Good to hear from you. Amen. So cheers, guys. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.